All right, hello and welcome to MMT TV, and I'm here today with James Wedmore, the founder of Video Traffic Academy and the author of the YouTube marketing book. So, James, why YouTube? Why is YouTube such a strong source of traffic for you?
Why YouTube? There's so many answers to this question. One of the biggest being anybody who's ever tried or attempted SEO in their life, search engine optimization, trying to get their website or their blog ranked inside of Google search results for a specific keyword phrase, knows immediately how frustrating, how difficult, and how challenging that can be. Well, YouTube is owned by Google, and there was a stat I read, this was from Forrester Research, that a video, it has a 50 times greater chance of getting ranked on the first page of Google than a textual-based article does for that same exact keyword. So, Shaun, if you were to go write an article about how to jump higher, and I make a video on how to jump higher, I've already got a 50% way better chance of getting, 50 times greater chance of getting ranked than you do because it's a video. Obviously, Google wants to continue sending traffic to a site that they own, YouTube. So it's a matter of, shortcutting all that pain and frustration and getting your videos ranked. And then once we're watching the video, we can get them off of YouTube and onto your website.
All right, and why do we want to get them off of YouTube and onto our website?
Well, what is it? Like the average time people, this is really sad actually, the average person spends about 25 minutes a day on YouTube. YouTube is designed very well to keep people, I don't want to use the word distracted, but keep people entertained by watching the next video. They're reading your habits or observing your habits. And so those related videos over on the side, the videos that come next, the videos that are found in the search results are really uniquely tailored to continue to keep the person watching the next one and the next one. So it's very easy to get a view. In fact, like anybody can throw up a video and boom, they got views. But it can be quite challenging. That's where I like to come in to get people to not get distracted and leave your video. So if I'm watching your video, we're competing with a bunch of other stuff. So it's your ability as a marketer to engage and hold the attention of that viewer and then get them off of these other people's videos onto your website. Get them away from YouTube actually as quickly as possible. And the reason we want to do that is because that's where all the magic happens. We want traffic to our website. What are we going to do at our website? We're going to build our list. We're going to give more content. We're going to sell our products and services.
And they're going to get to know you more.
Exactly.
All right, so people spend an average of 25 minutes a day. This is one that I want to get in just because you're the video marketing guy, but how much time do you spend on YouTube?
A couple hours a day, and it's because partly it's research, right? Looking at other channels, and I totally recommend people doing this, is looking for creativity. Like people look at my channel and they say, wow, James, you're so creative and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm not really that creative. I can identify creativity and then I just model it in my videos. So I've seen videos where I love the editing, or I love the way they frame the camera, or what they do, or how they do it. And then I go, great, how can I use that? Basically ethically steal it and incorporate it into my videos without doing something slimy like copyright infringement, but how can I be inspired by other content? But then as just a source of entertainment, I really don't watch that much TV, none at all actually. So I love going to YouTube for my entertainment and leisure as well.
Yeah, and that's where it's shifting anyway. That's where media is shifting to online mediums as well.
Absolutely. Things like the Super Bowl and the last election, like the stuff that YouTube was doing was amazing. It's pretty darn cool where it's going, so it's where we need to be.
Yeah. And you said you look for creativity in other videos. What exactly does that mean? What are you looking for?
So if we know people are, if we gotta fight for people's attention. People have the attention span of a flea on YouTube. It's okay. It's all about continuing to raise the bar and of engagement, of professionalism, of value that we provide. And so I mean, there are probably people watching this interview right now. They're probably multitasking. They're doing something else. Maybe they're cleaning up, organizing their desk, or they're texting somebody. It's because we're now ingrained to multitask. So the more we can do stuff to use all three of the major modalities of video, the audio, the visual, and the kinesthetic, we can do things to completely immerse people and get 100% of their attention. And so I'm always looking for that in other videos. And it comes down to things like having pattern interrupts. A great analogy that I use for this is I heard this was a great story by Walt Disney. When he first was getting ready to open up Disneyland, he went and ventured out to other type of amusement parks and fairs and stuff like that. And he would notice how dirty the parks were. And so what he did is he started following the patrons at these amusement parks and noticed that they would, buy an ice cream cone or whatever, and then he would count how long they would walk for before they just dropped the trash on the ground and left. And so now he figured out it was every 20 steps. So now if you go to Disneyland, there's a trash can space every 20 paces from the next one, so that you can always have a place to throw your trash out. I look at my videos the same way, in that people are only going to stay on for a certain amount of time, and then they start to drop off. And so I'd like to put virtual trash cans or attention getters every couple of seconds, not necessarily 20 seconds, probably a lot less than that, in my video. So I'll watch the video and be like, it's starting to lag, it's starting to get a little boring, then boom, something happens. Whether music, sound effects, a title card, a scene change, something, it's a pattern interrupt that keeps people engaged, it keeps people interested, because the goal is get them to watch the whole video, get them to watch to the end of the video, because that's where our call to action is. And our call to action is to get them off of YouTube.
And to bring them to your website and build your list.
Bingo.
All right. So how often do you need pattern interrupts? You said every 7 seconds or so?
Yeah, I wouldn't even look at it like that. I would just say always be aware of where you might be dropping people off. I'm not saying now go make a video and every 7 seconds you got to do something, because if you make a pattern interrupt every seconds, it's no longer a pattern interrupt because they're expecting it, so you're not interrupting it. It's more of how can I come out of the gate from second one to provide great value in the video? Because if I don't come in this interview and any other video I do saying I'm going to give you my best, I'm going to give you 100%, and it's not about me, it's about you, people aren't going to watch. So it's always starting with that. But sometimes, especially when we're new to this, we tend to ramble a little bit. We have the idea, we know what we want to communicate, but it's still a little cloudy. It's not as succinct and clear. And so we tend to talk a little bit longer than we need to, and that's where you can start to lose people. So I'm really about being as value first, clear and concise, and anytime you start to almost lag or drop off or get in a little bit of the boring details, that's where you can throw something in. And that's as simple as just doing something in editing, which I like to have fun in the editing, but a lot of people don't. And there's solutions and answers for that. You can outsource it. You can hire people really inexpensively to do that.
Yeah, and I know you're an outsourcing guy too, but let's take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you get started with video in the first place? Why YouTube?
I can't remember who it was that told me I should put stuff on YouTube, but I have a film degree and I have a film background. So someone saying make a video is like not really even there. I had no objections. I had no, I've none of the excuses that most people have when it comes to it, because now it's 2013 and we still have people saying too expensive, too much work, don't know how to do it, blah, 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 blah. And this was back in beginning of 2008. And let me tell you, just in these couple of years, it's so many times easier. So, I mean, I had like the DV tapes, and I had to like transfer the footage, and it wouldn't do it right. I'd have to do it. A nightmare, total nightmare. Now you just plug it in and you got your video right there. You can upload it from your camera straight to YouTube. No excuses, right? So someone told me to do that. And the first thing I had online was, because I was a bartender through college, was basically an online bartending school, teaching people how to become a bartender and make money as a bartender. And this was a program I still do sell for $200. And all I remember is on April 18th, 2008, I got my first sale. It came in, and And at the bottom of it, on the order form, it says all the client's information, the customer's info. And it says, how did you hear about us? And it said YouTube. And I had put about 3 or 4 videos up on YouTube just giving tips about bartending. And that was in 2008. Still to this day, here in 2013, I get orders on a website, on a product, Bartend for Profit, that I haven't touched in years, and it still says, how did you hear about us? YouTube.com. I haven't put a bartending video on the internet since 2009, and I'm still getting sales from it. So it was one of those things where like, oh, it worked. Let's just do more of it. And you know what? As a marketer, as an entrepreneur and a business owner, that's how you need to look at everything. If you're just starting out, you take a bunch of stuff, you throw it against the wall, and you start to see what sticks. And really, the most successful marketers are not the most creative, the most genius type people. They're the ones that can sit there like a scientist, a mad scientist, and say, this is working, how do I do more of it? How do I make this bigger and better and scale it and automate it truly? You know, how can I do more of it and get more results without having to work harder? And those are the type of questions I asked myself then, and fast forward today. So, yeah.
Correct. So you talk a lot about video strategy.
Yes.
What's the strategy behind what you do?
Cool. So the YouTube strategy that I teach is 3 steps, and it is all based around getting views and then converting those views into leads. And then, you know, depending on the type of business you have, you can convert those leads into sales in different ways. You know, whether you're selling a product, a service, coaching, training program, membership site, etc. Everyone's got their own way, but we all need leads. We all need people raising their hands saying, I'm interested in working with you. I am your ideal client. And we need to get them into our funnel. We need to build a list. Everyone on the internet needs to be, if you have a business, needs to be building a list. It's not like you should probably be building a list. It's like this is absolutely essential internet marketing, online business 101. Have that list. So I look at YouTube as a list building tool. And I start from like we said at the beginning of this call, from a SEO standpoint. If I want to grow my list, I need to get inside of their heads, and I need to know what the heck they have questions about. What are they searching for? What are they typing in to Google and YouTube? Because if you haven't figured it out by now, YouTube, considered the second largest search engine, is a place where people are going directly to search their answers. They're going to YouTube because they want to know how to tie a tie, which, by the way, has 11 million views. They're going to YouTube to figure out how to get in better shape. They're going to YouTube to find answers to their questions. Not just Google, but straight to YouTube. And so the clearer we can, that's step one. And that's, I mean, if this is the only step you get right, you'll see results. Step one is identify exactly, letter by letter, word for word, what your ideal customer is searching for when they want to work with you. So how to get six-pack abs could be your keyword phrase, right? And with that keyword or keyword phrase, knowing what they're searching for, you simply create a video around that, about that, answering that question, solving that problem, giving that demonstration. Okay, so that's how I do it. So step one is find your keyword, know what they're looking for. Step two is create a video about that keyword. So you can come up with 10 keywords, 100 keywords, 1,000 keywords, but then you're going to have 10 videos, 1,000 videos, etc. One keyword per video. And then the third step, you know, after you've created a video about how to get six-pack abs, is what I call the video aftermath. And that's realizing that once you put this video up on YouTube, there's all these really cool, magical things that you can do to maximize your views. So a lot of people, and really this is where like I come in and just share this message, that people are just got this so backwards, is they think all the work with YouTube marketing is in making the video. I got this great video, oh my gosh, I hired this film crew, we spent $5,000, blah, 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 and we put it up on YouTube, fingers crossed. And I'll go click on the video, and it's the best video I've ever seen in my life. It's awesome. It rocks. The title says video one, title MOV, like what? You know, just .mov at the end of your title. There's no description. There's no link anywhere. There's no call to action. There's nothing. And then they have 7 views. and I was 2 of those views, and they wonder what happened. It's because they stopped there, and that's where I like to say that's where we need to start.
So,
Uh,
what is
yeah.
the video aftermath?
So the video aftermath can consist of a lot of different things. The first thing is really making sure that if you started with a keyword, like I said in step 1, that you're telling YouTube and Google as much as possible what this video is about. If our video keyword was how to get six-pack abs, and we make a video about how to get six-pack abs, well, how do we tell YouTube that that's what our video is about? We put the keyword in the description, the title, even the tags, which when you upload a video, you'll know what the tags are. Even saying it in the video and uploading and optimizing a transcript, which is a word-by-word description of what is being said, like a script, that syncs with YouTube and Google and helps with your rankings. So when I make a video, I'd say, hey, James Wedmore here, and today I'm going to show you how to get six-pack abs. Well, that's going to be at the front of my transcript, and that's actually going to help with my ranking. So it's fun little stuff like that. But YouTube's looking for a couple of things. They look for the authority of your video. Do you have backlinks? Is your video embedded on other websites? So I get my video obviously embedded on my blog. I'll do guest blog posts and do what I can to get my video embedded in backlinks from other websites, and that's going to help my juice. Getting more comments, likes, subscribes, sharing it across the different social networking platforms. Basically, in a nutshell, it's understanding that once your video is up on YouTube, now the work begins. Now we can start promoting it, sharing it, getting it out to the world, and YouTube sees that and says, whoa, look at all this activity on this video. Look at what's going on here. We need to push this up a little bit. And if you've optimized it properly for the right keyword, it starts getting pushed up the rankings for how to get six-pack abs.
So you're saying it's not good enough to stop at optimizing the title and optimizing your body text?
I mean, sure, it is. It's better than nothing. But it's not a guarantee. And there really are ways that you can further do that, because a keyword like how to get six-pack abs, which, trust me, I'm not the person to teach you how to do that, is going to be a competitive keyword, and there's going to be a lot of other people doing that. But I'm sure there are keywords out there that no one's ever, in a lot of niches, no one's ever thought about doing a video about. And this is the exciting part. If everyone listening got this and this clicked, this is kind of a mini breakthrough for most people, because they thought up until now YouTube's not right for them. My audience isn't on YouTube. They don't watch videos. And I never said anything about them having to be on YouTube or having to watch videos. If your ideal customers are on the internet and they're searching Google, well, then we need to be using YouTube, because your YouTube videos can get found and ranked inside of Google search results. Video right there, boom, up at the top. And that's how they can find you quicker and easier than having to hire an expensive SEO company to do it for you.
Okay. So what do you, James Wedmore, do to get backlinks for your YouTube videos and to build authority?
Yeah, when it comes to stuff like that, there are people that are way better at all the backlinking strategies. I don't do anything crazy. We've looked into companies that do it, and you can hire people really inexpensively to get backlinks. Even sites like Fiverr.com, you can buy backlinks. I feel I'm blessed enough that I have a good network of a few people that I can either put my video on their site with a backlink, or even just having it on my site makes a difference. And a few other sites that I've written for, like Mixergy, Entrepreneur Magazine, Social Media Examiner, where when you get it on there, like, boom, like you can see the difference. Like the video just goes way up there. But don't say, oh, I can't do that. There's a lot of opportunity, and there are a lot of services that will get that you can get backlinks and stuff like that. And but I'm not an expert at all that stuff. Like that's like a whole nother realm, you know what I mean, of SEO stuff.
Yeah. Let's change gears a little bit.
Sure.
What's your favorite video that you have done?
Oh, that I've done?
That you've done.
So my favorite video, I hate being in front of the camera. I don't like any of my videos, but most likely none of you guys will either. So I don't want to show you one of my specific videos. This video that I'll share is from Liz D'Alto. She's a fitness trainer out in New York City, and she came to me with the keyword and a basic outline of a script. And she gave me the script, and I said, okay, I'll take it from here. And I added all this fun, creative stuff, pattern interrupts, etc. And we put together a video on the topic for women, how to get rid of armpit fat. And we launched that video. She has a small list at the time, you know, like less than 1,500 people on her list. And today that video has 40-something thousand views just by putting it out there on YouTube. And one of the reasons was we spent a lot of time on that creative thing that I showed you, or that I talked about the pattern interrupts and the injecting some creativity into it and making it more engaging, having more fun with it than just say, hi, I'm going to talk about 4 exercises for getting rid of armpit fat. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Thanks, bye. It's like, sure, you can do that and you can get results with that, but this video got shared a bunch. People were posting it on, big companies were posting it on their, big brands were posting it on their Facebook page, and she gets leads from this thing every day. And now it's ranked, I believe, still, I haven't checked recently, if you go to google.com and type in armpit fat, you should be able to find her video right there on the front page, which is one reason why she still gets a ton of views. And she's number 2 inside of YouTube. So she gets new views every day. But at the end of the day, no matter how nice this video, and you go, oh, I couldn't make a video that nice, that's too much work, blah, 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 it's fine. We still started with a keyword, armpit fat. And we knew people were searching that, I don't remember, like 20,000 times a month. And we said, fantastic. Let's start with that, and we can grow. And because that's a highly searched word, we still get the views, even though it's 6-7 months later.
Yeah, so we're going to link that one up too.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll enjoy that.
What about videos that you've created? What are some of your creative videos, or what's your most creative video that you've done?
I guess this, oh man, I guess I just have like really high standards for myself and beat myself up a lot because I don't really think I've done that many creative videos. I really don't. They're just me like giving content and having fun stuff in them. There was one I did on, I guess this would be the most creative, and I don't really think it's creative, but it was the title of the video is How to Create a Video, and it's basically me teaching a 5-part outline for YouTube of what to say in your videos at each like point in the video, like how to intro your video, what to say in the middle, what to say at the end. And it was a pretty fun video to make because I was like doing it live while I was teaching it. I was like, so hey, there's the intro I just did, you know. And so I got to have some fun with that one. The reason there was like some fun stuff. Like what I did is as I was teaching it, I kind of was inspired by this. Remember the old Goofy cartoons, you know, with Goofy, not like the adjective, but the character Goofy.
The dog character.
With the dog. The dog. No, wasn't it Goofy? It was Goofy. And he had there was that like omniscient voice that would like, so you want to learn how to work out, do you? And like he'd say like, start with squat thrusters. And it was this loud, deep voice. And then it was like Goofy trying to work out, and he would like mess up and like, you know, do like, yahoo, you know, all that. I kind of started with that where it was like, so you want to make a video, do you? And that was this voiceover, and it was me like struggling to try and make a video of myself doing it. So, and my favorite shot was maybe a real estate agent trying to sell a home, and I went and scouted and found this beat up, destroyed old rundown home that had been like abandoned. And I found a for sale sign, and I like literally had someone film me like in front of the house, like waving with this broken for sale sign. So just like dumb stuff like that, but people love it. So I keep doing it because it's fun as well for me. And that's the thing, guys. At the end of the day, you have to enjoy what you do. Otherwise, why are you doing it?
Yeah. You say that YouTube is not just a search engine, it's also a community, and you
Yeah,
have to connect with the people on YouTube.
totally,
How do
totally.
you do that?
And that's great too. Where is this? I've got a cool, maybe I still have it open. So I just saw this article that was on socialbakers.com, and they're going around saying Facebook videos achieve so if you're on Facebook, which is a community, right? It's a social network. If you're hanging out there, and the argument was, if you want to share a video on Facebook, do you share a link to your YouTube video, or do you upload a video straight to Facebook's video player? And they are saying, well, if you upload it straight through Facebook, not YouTube, on average, Facebook videos get a 40% higher engagement rate than YouTube videos. And I'm like, that's probably true, because you're on Facebook. And that's what was so funny, is they're making this argument about why you should do Facebook videos, not YouTube. And I'm like, most people don't even realize that there's this whole world, there's whole community over on YouTube, and the engagement on YouTube is probably far higher. I don't even know how they're measuring engagement. It seems like such an esoteric, intangible measurement tool, but it's fine. It's like measuring attractiveness. Like, by what standards do you measure engagement? Is it
How long you watch, maybe?
yeah, but no, and that's great. But they even said in here that they don't have, that Facebook doesn't have data on how long they watch. So it's like, whatever. And engagement's also got to include, like, are they clicking on a link? Are they taking those next steps with you? So I think there's a lot more factors. Anyways, that's a whole nother conversation. But YouTube's its own community. It's its own environment. But guess what we do on YouTube? We watch videos, right? That's what it's intended to be. So Facebook, I don't go to Facebook to say, let's see what videos I can watch today. It's more like, oh, someone shared a video. Yeah, let me check this out for a second. So there's that aspect of it. But then there's the other aspect that we've already been discussing, that video is, if it's on YouTube, it's going to get ranked in the search engines. I have videos, like I said, that are 4 years old that are still bringing me in sales. No one can really say that about a Facebook video, because Facebook videos don't get ranked in Google, as far as I know. So how do we do that? How do we increase engagement? Because I gave you this whole long answer and didn't really answer the question. That's okay. I'll answer it now. There's a lot of ways, but it starts with a simple core premise, an idea that this is not a commercial, and you're not speaking like you would if you had a podium in front of 10,000 people. If you look at a video and it has 10,000 views, you're not speaking to 10,000 people. You're speaking to one person. Doesn't matter how many views you have. Doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. You're still speaking to one person, because those 10,000 people aren't all crowded around the same computer watching you through that same monitor. Look around you right now. Is there anybody else sitting next to you? Maybe one other person, and that's even a little weird. But if we start with that idea, that core premise, and we create our videos from that place, that's the number one way that we start to create engagement. Because I see a lot of people, they are just not connecting. It's like, I hear the words you're saying, but I'm not feeling you. And when you start to create a video, looking into that camera lens, imagining that you're just talking to someone on the other side of the coffee table or on the other side of the couch, and just having a great conversation with them, that's where you start from. From there, the possibilities are endless. Asking people questions in your videos. Say, leave a comment below. I want to know what you think. Do you agree with this? Or do you think I'm a complete idiot? Just let me know in the comment box. And then actually polling, which I need to do more stuff like this, but polling their comments up and say, hey, in my last video, Shaun said he thinks I'm a complete idiot for saying that Facebook is not as good as YouTube for posting videos. And you know what, Shaun? I really appreciate that feedback, and I liked your insight. So thank you so much. You're creating a conversation. You're bringing up your members, not bringing them up literally, but lifting them up to your level of, and showcasing them. So there's a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, it really just starts with understanding that there's only one person watching your video at a time.
And you have to speak to that one person.
You got to speak to that one person. Otherwise, they're not going to hear you. as well as they could if you didn't. And when it's a commercial too, like a lot of people try to treat YouTube like a commercial, which is another pet peeve of mine, where it's like, hi, I'm James, and I've been doing YouTube videos for 5 years now, and I'm, no one cares. They don't. They really don't. So imagine that someone has just asked you a question like, hey, how do I do this one thing? Can you help me? And you're just there to answer the question. And you can skip everything I've said about all the fancy, editing and pattern interrupts. Like, you just answer someone's question. We've got a channel that I used to work with, who's a business partner of mine in the dating space. And he has over 2 million views now. And every video he does up until recently has been on his webcam, just like this. And he just went to Starbucks, opened up the laptop, pressed record, and started talking. And he goes, I get a lot of questions about, how to find the right guy. Well, in my opinion, here's what you do. He didn't sit there and say, I'm an expert, and here's a little commercial, a little bio about me before we start. He just gave the answer, and people love him. 2 million views, and he doesn't know how to work a camera. So, so there you go.
So we're craving this connection.
Yeah, I mean, aren't we all? And that's where a lot of people see things like the videos like this, where I'm just on a webcam. I think you are as well. It's like there's just so much more of a real sense. So even though I'm about raising the bar, and yes, I shoot on a fancy, nice camera, it doesn't mean this doesn't work. It has to have that realness factor, and you can do that with a nice camera. You can do that with this camera too.
Cool. Thanks, James.
Yeah.
We're running out of time here. So what is one thing that the person watching this video right now can do that they've absorbed all this information?
Yep, this is great. Okay, one thing. This is the best action item you can do. Go to google.com, type in keyword tool, and spend the next 30 minutes minimum playing around in the Google keyword tool. I call it sifting for gold, and find a list of a minimum of 15 different keyword or keyword phrases that you can use as your shot list to create videos from. And once you create that list, yes, go out, make the videos, do them as quickly as you can, start putting them up one a week. But if you already have videos on YouTube, go back to that channel and swap out the titles for the new keywords, because if they're not getting any views now, they're not going to anytime soon unless you put a real keyword in there in the title. So if you have any videos on YouTube, it's like my first video or my welcome video or, what is it, DCIM0037.mov. Sorry, no one searches that. No one cares. Switch it out. There you go.
Perfect. Thanks so much, James, for being on today. Where can people go to find you?
Well, we just spent a good amount of time, like 30 some odd minutes, talking about YouTube. So if you guys listen to this entire presentation and don't go to my YouTube channel, that'd be crazy. So youtube.com/James Wedmore is my main YouTube channel, and that's where I teach a ton more of the stuff. Everything we talked about that kind of might have went over your head and said, what the heck? Huh? Wait, can you stop? Can you elaborate? I do elaborate in my YouTube videos, and the most amazing, magical thing I could ask you to do is to go to my channel, click to be a subscriber, and just start interacting and engaging with me in my videos. And use me as any sort of inspiration. I mean, steal, swipe, copy me, I don't care. If you get an idea, if I've inspired an idea in you, go out and run with it. That's why I do what I do. So that's it.
Perfect. Thanks again, James. See you next time. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to like, share, and comment below. Subscribe to this channel for more interviews, and if you want to go further and be live on the interviews, you can go to mmt.tv/live to find out how. Like on Facebook and follow on Twitter to ask your questions, and be sure to get on the mailing list. Go to mmt.tv to get access to all the things that are not contained in these interviews. All the links are mentioned below, and until next time, break the rules, change the game, and be a rock star.